Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends series, Amazon exclusive Guardians of the Galaxy, Ronan the Accuser. Let's get into it! Let's begin, my friends, with a look at the packaging. Guardians of the Galaxy on the top. Then, I don't know why I flipped it that way, but anyway, I did. Then we have on the front, Marvel Legends series, Ronan the Accuser. And then up on the front, nice digital render of the figure, and then some artwork of the character in the background, some nice comic artwork. Guardians of the Galaxy 4 and up, assortment numbers, Hasbro, plastic-free packaging, except payment clue. On the bottom, wow, they're going to tell us again, plastic-free packaging, except payment clue. I think we get the message, Hasbro. Here is a symbol I'm not going to learn, some recycled stuff. Small fine legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, Marvel Legends series, and there we have a nice digital render of Ronan, looking very accusatory. And then on this side, we have some nice comic-style artwork. Might be actually from a comic, I'm not sure. Of Ronan probably already having accused somebody, and now he's getting angry because they don't like it. Marvel Legends series on the back. Marvel Legends series, Ronan the Accuser, and a nice digital render of the figure holding his accessory. And then in the background, we have all kinds of comic panels of various stuff. So it's very cool. Warning! Attention! Achtung! Don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Marvel print, small fine legalese, made in China print. Includes figure and one accessory. Hasbro print. That, my friends, is our look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessory. And his only accessory here is his powered hammer staff. And it has some kind of cosmic power, if I remember correctly. But it's been quite a long time since I've read any stories with Ronan or anything explaining his powers. Well, not necessarily his powers, but the power of his hammer. But it does have this nice paint app all the way around it there to give you an idea of there's some energy in it. It's got spikes down here at the bottom of the pommel and some nice details here in the handles, and then up here at the top. So it's very cool looking. Now, as far as Ronan himself goes, you know, he's got some nice paint apps going on the hood here, this stripe, and then on his head. And I'm not sure what all is the paint app here. This is paint app. I think maybe the face is a paint app, and the enclosure around his head paint app, and it may be in black plastic. And then it's got the whites, just white eyes, and then around the neck here, that's a paint app. It appears that the arms and the legs and the belt are all made out of gold plastic, or out of this shiny plastic. It looks gold to me. It might be some shade of green. I am colorblind, so don't make fun of handicapped people. And then he's got some paint apps in here. And again, the legs are molded in color, and the boots and the feet, as well as these pieces, which I believe are just overlays on the arm and the hand, molded in color as well. Then his shoulder pads, pauldrons, whatever you want to call them, have the stripe just like on the hood. And then these symbols, paint app, are a paint app. The symbols are a paint app, or the design is a paint app, and on the back as well. And all of that striping and stuff follows around on the back, even right there at the end of the hood. And I have to say that is a good, I won't say it's a good looking face, but for Ronan, that's, you know, very stern and Cree justice oriented. So overall, I have to say it's mostly a nice looking figure. You know, you get a little bit of the swirly twirlies in the arms and the legs, but well, let's talk about his articulation. Because of the hood, he really doesn't look up. He can look down that far because, you know, he's used to looking down on folks. He can do the full exorcist, although the shoulder pads do get in the way. The shoulder pads, however, are removable. There are ports in the front and the back of his chest and his back, and then there's plugs or posts on the shoulder pad itself. However, it does hinder a lot of the movement. With the shoulder pad on, arm can only go forward this far and back that far, and you know, you can raise it up a little more than that, but that's about it without it popping out. And then 360-degree rotation at the upper bicep cut. Single hinge pinned elbow, so that's one thing they didn't update. So anyway, it gives you not quite 90 degrees worth of bend. At the wrist, it will do a 360-degree rotation, and it is on an up and down hinge. The other side is on a side-to-side hinge, and that is hindered just slightly by this bracer. Now, he does have an ab hinge, allows him to bend back that far, not very much at all. Forward, much better. Then there is a cut at the waist for another 360 degrees of rotation, and the belt does go up a little bit to get out of the way of that. At the hips, he gives you that much of the split, so not very much at all. He can kick forward that far. The upper thigh portion gets to about 90 degrees, but there is a pretty good bend here at the knee. Back, he gets about 3/4 of a step because of the permanent bend in the knees. A cut at the upper thigh for a full 360-degree rotation. Double hinge pinned knee, and it gives you that much bend. Excuse me. Cut here at the upper, well, I said there is not. The cut is at the mid shin, and it's a boot cut at the bottom of the boot cuff. So the 360 degrees there. Ankle tilts down that far, tilts up slightly, and forward facing pin for rocker. And as far as storage for his hammer, he just holds it in his hand. Like Thor, he doesn't like to be separated from his hammer. And that, my friends, is a look at the figure and his accessory. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Marvel Legends Amazon exclusive Ronan the Accuser with, just for size, the Marvel Legends series Avengers 60th Anniversary Beyond Earth's Mightiest Destroyer from Thor vs. Destroyer 2-pack, and the Super Skrull Build-A-Figure from the Super Skrull Build-A-Figure Fantastic Four Wave. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Amazon exclusive Marvel Legends series Ronan the Accuser, with our final Marvel Legends series comparison making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee from the G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander from Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Amazon exclusive Marvel Legends series Ronan the Accuser, I have to say, I'm not super familiar with Ronan. And, I know I've read him a few times battling the Fantastic Four. Read him a few times battling with the Silver Surfer. But, I'm just not totally familiar with the character, other than he enforces Kree justice. And he's pretty serious about it. But I do like his design. I think this is more along the lines of a more modern take on it, not necessarily modern, but a more modern version of the character. And I have to say, it does have nice paint apps. And I don't know how much this one is different than the Build-A-Figure version, because I don't have the Build-A-Figure version. Because if I had the Build-A-Figure version, there wasn't much difference. I wouldn't have got this one. But I don't have the Build-A-Figure version, so I did pick this one up when I found it for a discount on Amazon. And, I'm pretty happy with what I spent for what you get. Because it is a big chunk of plastic, and it is nicely decoed, in my opinion. I mean, there's some of it that they could have done some things different. But as far as what may or may not be updated from the Build-A-Figure version, it's definitely not the elbows and the knees, because they're still pinned. And which is weird, because it's only a single jointed elbow and it's pinned. And I mean, I know we've had those in Marvel Legends in the past, but it just seems like they would have updated that to at least make it the single hinge and swivel. But maybe they felt they didn't have to because of swivel at the upper bicep. So it's hard what it be, and it is what it is, I suppose. But I have to say, I'm not disappointed with this figure. I do like it. And again, it has some nice paint apps and nice molded detail, sculpted detail, and big honking hammer. So maybe one day he and Thor can compare hammers. Ronan's might be bigger. Excuse me. Ronan's might be bigger, but it might not be mightier. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe. You know, just for the heck of it. If you want to see more reviews or just help the channel out further. Don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.